So we made a great first impression. We had a warm and friendly greeting. We welcomed intro, quick guests, and got those do or more questions. Now it's time to start building rapport. Start making friends with a customer. What is building rapport? Well, it's about finding common ground. It's about building relationships with a customer, finding something that you have in common with them. Why is it important to build rapport before you do a vehicle presentation? Well, it's a couple of things. Remember this. 71% of the customers bought because they like, trust, and respected the salesperson. But the other thing is, if you build rapport with your customer and you find out that they have kids and that they drive up to the cabin and that they have a boat, couldn't you use that to help you? Couldn't that help you build value in your vehicle later on? Sure, if you don't know how. If you don't know anything personally about this customer, that they have kids and that they have a boat, then it really makes it difficult to do a customized presentation later on. So there's some easy words that you always want to use when you build a rapport. It's words like who, what, where, when, how, why, which. It's very simple. They're open-ended questions. We talked about that in previous courses, but it's like, where do you work? How long have you worked there? What did you do before you got into the industry? What got you into the industry? What did you do before you did that? Look, there's no wrong answers when it comes time to build rapport. You gotta be observant. You gotta look for things. So what are some of the things that I can look for to help me build rapport? Well, you know, some guys in class, they talk about bumper stickers. Potentially a bumper sticker, unless it's political, stay away from that. But yeah, sports. People love talking about sports. What else? Family, kids. I mean, how many of you guys out there that have kids love talking about your kids? Everybody does. So get the customer talking about their kids. How old are your kids? What school do your kids belong to? What sports are they involved with? I mean, it's awesome. It allows you to build common ground. Boat people love talking about boats. Boat people talk about it. Golfers, hobby, golfing, it's huge right now. Ask people about golfing. They'll tell you how great they are. Just don't look at their scorecard because we know how that is. People that fish, man, they love talking about how big that last fish was that they caught. What else? Hunting, fishing, anything that gets the customer talking about themselves. You know, hey, where are you going to take your first trip with your new vehicle? Man, that's awesome. How often do you guys get to go up there? Who do you normally bring with you? How long do you guys typically stay for? I'm just looking to find out how they're going to be using it. Finding out a little bit about the customer. What kind of boat do you have? Where do you normally keep the boat? Well, who's everyone's favorite person to talk about? It's always to get them talking about themselves. Listen, rapport is as simple as A, B, C. Ask questions, build a relationship, and control the conversation. It's that simple. Get the customer talking. I think sometimes we have a difficult time getting the customer to talk about themselves when we're out there building rapport on the lot. Because we're always thinking, I got to sell a car. Man, I ain't got time to find out where these kids went to school. I need to sell a car. Slow down on the lot. Remember, speed kills. Get the customer talking. And the more you can learn about the customer, the better you will be later on at closing the sale. Now, caution. Always remember this. No talk about sex, religion, or politics, or that movie star gone wild when you're out there with the customers. Look, you may agree with 99.9% of stuff with your customers, but that 0.1% might end up costing you a car deal, and you can't afford to let that happen. So just stay off those topics. You'll sell more cars, build a relationship, and the customer will like you. Remember, 71% bought because they like, trust, and respected the salesperson. Practice these. Remember, it's words like who, what, where, when, why, how, which. It's all about getting the customer to do all the talking. Practice them. Say the words out loud, and I promise you, when you get good